I'm Christina Meyer, and Layla Lowry and I met Carl Wilkins 6 years ago, when I was a freshman in high school and Layla was in 7th grade.
I was preparing for my bat mitzvah. I didn't want the usual service, party, and presents. I wanted to do something different and more meaningful to me. I decided to bike from St. Paul to Duluth to raise money for World Without Genocide. Then I attended the Summer Institute for high school and college students, even though I was only in 7th grade. I learned that I could become an upstander in my own community, even as a 12-year-old. Carl was here that summer. Instead of a regular bat mitzvah celebration, I hosted a house party for my friends and relatives to meet Carl and to learn about the genocide in Rwanda. It was not the typical bat mitzvah party. Carl and his wife spoke about what they had done in Rwanda. I was shocked to learn that the U.S. failed to do anything to save a single life. Carl stayed in Rwanda in great danger, and he saved hundreds of people, especially children. I was so young, and to meet someone like Carl at that moment, he became my first inspiration and my role model for how to live my life as a fearless activist.
I met Carl that same weekend. I was 15 years old, and what struck me about his story was the responsibility he felt towards people who weren't members of his immediate family. I was stuck in this mindset that you should only make sacrifices for the people closest to you. And the fact that he passed up the chance to escape and stayed instead to protect his Tutsi friends floored me. It made me honestly confront the question, would I have had the moral courage to do the same thing in his place?
After my house party, I was inspired to take this challenge into my everyday life. I've attended the annual Summer Institute 5 times. I keep reading and learning about genocide prevention. I've engaged in protests and signed petitions to promote human rights. I'm going to college in the fall. I plan to study psychology and work with women survivors of trauma, or to study political science and work for social justice on a larger platform. I'm 18 now, an adult, and I reflected on how that experience when I was 12 has shaped my life.
Within a year of meeting Carl, I founded the Social Justice Club at my high school. Over the next 3 years, we sponsored programming about various issues, ranging from LGBTQ rights to the Congolese genocide. When I went to college at Columbia University in New York 2 years ago, I worked to promote the voices of marginalized groups. And I also reached out to students at very conservative colleges about climate change advocacy. A year and a half ago, I began working for Nethakelem, which employs refugees and displaced persons to teach their native languages and do cross-cultural exchanges online. I've created programs about human rights that are used in dozens of classrooms internationally, and I am currently in Amman, Jordan.
Carl changed the lives of hundreds of people in Rwanda. He also changed Christina's life and mine. We are honored to introduce him this evening. Carl Wilkins, the 2019 recipient of the Outstanding Upstander Award from World Without Genocide.